Welcome to the rules video. In this video, I'll be giving a general overview of the rules that will most likely affect you when you start. This is by no means a comprehensive look at all the rules in golf because there are just so many. In fact, I highly encourage you to do some research and look online about the rules of golf. If you've read the description up above, I've included a link to the USGA Rules and Clarifications website, which I encourage you to look over as you continue to play golf. Okay, let's get started. So what we have here is an image that shows the teeing area or the tee box. In golf, every hole starts at the tee box. This is where you will take your first shot on a hole. In this image, it clearly shows what's considered inside the teeing area and what's considered outside the teeing area. As you can see here, you have about 2 club lengths from the markers. The markers are what determine where each golfer starts, usually based on skill. In my time playing golf, I've seen these markers in many shapes and colors. What I advise you to do is to get a scorecard at the golf course you're playing at to see which markers you need to start from. If you're still unsure from that, you could probably ask the marshal at the course or the attendees at that course. So now that we're done looking at the tee box area or the teeing area, let's move on to a full view of a hole in golf, and I'll explain the rules that you'll probably run into as you play. Okay, so here we are. We have a defined areas of the course, an image that shows a hole and what hazards you will probably encounter. Not every single hole will have these hazards, but again, we will cover them so that you're fully aware. So what we've done in the start of this video is cover the tee box and the general rules around there. So for instance, let's say you hit your tee shot or your first shot and it goes into number 2, which is a penalty area. And as you can see, this penalty area has a red around it, and usually what that means is that that is considered out of bounds. It may not necessarily be the case on every golf course you go to, but it's important to know what is considered out of bounds and what is considered in bounds. In most golf courses, you'll see stakes in the ground, and they usually have painted red, sometimes white, to show that this ball is out of bounds. So in our case and scenario, if you hit your ball and it goes into area number 2, that is considered out of bounds. So what you will need to do is get your golf ball, if you can find it. If you cannot, come out here to this area and drop your ball. Now, what dropping your ball means is literally taking a ball and dropping it from knee height onto the ground. And wherever your ball lands, that's where you hit it from. So since your first shot went into a penalty area and you've now dropped the ball, this will be your third shot. Let's say things are not going your way that day and you hit your third shot into the sand trap here, which is also known as a bunker. You do not lose any strokes by hitting it into the bunker. However, you have to play your next shot from in the bunker. There are some rules governing what to do in the bunker, and the top 2, number 1 is you cannot ground your club to check or to see how wet or dry the sand is. And number 2, when you're taking a practice swing, you cannot hit the sand, because if you do that, then you're checking how hard or how soft or how wet or dry the sand is. So you can take a practice swing, but you cannot ground your club. After you're ready and you've positioned yourself and you hit your ball out, and let's just say, in this case, you land back on the fairway, which is great. So now you are at shot number 5. And you're feeling good, you see the green, and oops, you hit a bad shot and it goes into the water. 99.99% of the time when the ball goes in the water, you're probably not going to find it unless the water is really shallow and then you can retrieve it. However, when you hit your ball into the water, you automatically incur a penalty stroke. So since this was your fifth shot, when you bring your ball and drop it, this will be shot number 7. From shot number 7, you can go on and then hit it into the green and then finally putt your ball to end the hole. So obviously I've explained each hazard. Hopefully when you play on the course, you don't hit each hazard and you can just stay on the fairway, which is the goal, and get a par or less. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope it's given you a general overview of the rules to expect when you play. Thank you.